Joey, you came to the chop.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right, yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just came to check it out for myself. It's way different than what they're portraying it to be.
They who?
The media.
Yes.
Always.
So what do you think of it?
I like it actually.
Yeah.
I don't. My concern is I don't want people to be getting beat up for carrying an American flag or that preacher, but I think that the good thing is, so I'm following him around and he's kind of showing me around, but I don't know. I don't really care. This is their city. I think they should be able to take their community, do what they want with it. It just got to stay peaceful, you know.
Right.
I wish that they would be pushing more of a Second Amendment. Like, if you want to dismantle the police, then you should be pushing the Second Amendment, right? You gotta arm yourselves.
Sure. I mean, Raz was out here with his AR, right?
Not enough though. That's one AR.
Oh, you.
Oh, sorry. But the other thing too is, I wish they'd be pushing more about dismantling laws. The police have to enforce all these unconstitutional laws, and that's one of the biggest problems that they don't talk about. The politicians need to be held responsible for pushing, like the drug war, for example, right? I mean, they don't ever talk about that. They just blame it on the police, and so I think you have to have a balanced perspective. You know, think about how many black men aren't allowed to arm themselves because they have a felony for victimless crime, right? And so, yeah.
So I guess the question on everyone's mind is: so you're here in support, or you're just trying to
Still witness.
Just to witness?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been making a call. I've been making live videos asking people, like, you know, patriots want to come down here and tear it apart and stuff. I'm like, let them have it. I'm trying to go.
Well, that's exactly it. The group that you were with, Resist Marxism and Super Happy and all that, they've already committed to come down here to bust the place up with bikers for Trump.
Yeah.
So that's why people are thinking that's what you're about to do. I mean, that's what's good.
People think a lot of things that aren't true.
I understand. I'm just trying to. The spider senses went up when people said Joey Gibson's here. That's all.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So
I totally understand.
I hear you, but I'm saying you've marched with those guys. You know.
Sure. I'll march with them again. I'm sure you march with people you disagree with.
I don't do a lot of marching. I just do the live streaming.
You know what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to conform to people just because I march with them.
Really safe and nice.
Communists march with me all the time, or against me.
Against you, I think. But all right. So you're just checking it out.
I'm trying to calm everyone down. Is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I mean, you can watch my live streams and what I've talked about. I'm down here, and it's way different than what people are portraying it to be. Certain things go viral, and then people paint a picture, a broad pictures of this whole thing. He's done a lot to kind of help me understand. He's showed me everything, and there is an intent down here. Okay, I don't have to agree with everything, but I definitely don't think people are talking about liberating CHAZ. You can't liberate people who are free to leave. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are talking about how, patriots need to come down here and liberate this area, but it's free. People can come and go as they wish. There's nothing to liberate here.
Okay, I'm glad you're seeing that, because
oh,
I mean, it's what
you should talk to these two girls. They flew over from New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come check it out.
Hello.
Hello.
They came down here to preach.
So what's been going on? You guys disappeared on us.
Sorry, can we follow him?
Yeah, let's keep following.
What's going on, Richie Rich?
So anyhow, that's Joey Gibson, who's marched with Resist Marxism and Super Happy Fun America and all kinds of fasci groups. The guys with the Nazi tattoos, and yet he's here preaching what he's preaching. Joey basically has to say that he's come here to bear witness, which seems like a bunch of bullshit to me, and that it's not as he has seen it on the news.
Is this more scoping the location for his people to come in and cause shit?
It very well could be.
That's what I think he's here for.
You know, the problem is that when I gave him any kind of pushback there, then of course he's going into his PR spin mode, and you got.
Is he drunk like normal, or is he actually like lucid right now?
He doesn't seem drunk yet.
Oh, okay, well, good.
So there's that.
Sounds like fun.
I'm not really sure where to go with this, because then, I mean, if I make a big stink,
troll him into leaving.
If I make a big stink with him right now, I mean, he's surrounded by a bunch of other people that he's doing a PR spin. I think those. Well, I'm not exactly who it is, but I don't know if right now is the right moment for such things. So, got any thoughts?
No, I'm just monitoring. I want to see if he does anything stupid. I mean, it's Joey, so normally he does.
Yeah, well, so the other thing that he was pushing is that BLM needs to push more for their Second Amendment rights, and I brought up the fact that CHAZ had his AR here and says, well, you know, they need to do more of that, et cetera, that kind of thing. So I don't know what to make of any of this. I'm going to flip the camera around for you guys so you can see they're coming down this way now. So yeah, right now Joey Gibson is trying to make friends with the people at the CHAZ/CHOP, and so that's a thing. And obviously I'm here with Greg. He's here on my right. You should have a word with him. Maybe, I don't know.
He travels so much, maybe he won't remember with being drunk every time we've met. Let's find out.
Right. So again, we're here monitoring the situation with Joey Gibson, who claims he's here just to bear witness, but he's trying to make friends with the folks here. And it looks like he's succeeding in that. I've decided that it's not the moment to jump in, because stuff is pretty low key at the moment. And by jump in, I mean to make a stink. Try not to make a stink at the moment. We're monitoring the situation. I mean, I brought up that he marched with Resist Marxism and all these other fuckwads, and it's like, yeah, I marched with communists. I'm like, no, they march against you, dude. And he's like, yeah. So.
What I'm seeing, then come down there and see it for yourself. But yeah, if Seattle wants to clean this up, then they need to clean it up. That's their choice. It's not our problem. I think what I believe. I think that people should come down here and come and talk to people. I think that people should be free to bring American flags if they want. Okay. But Antifa is always going to cause problems. It doesn't mean that we blame everybody else down here for what they did. Right?
Interesting take, Joey.
Hey, how you doing?
No?
Yeah. You came out here?
All the way.
Cool.
Been here a few days, hanging out with them, seeing how it's going.
Yeah.
Last time I saw you was in a parking lot where you were saying you had no idea about me, and then dropped a glass that broke at my feet.
I dropped a glass?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't say I have no idea. I didn't say that. We talked for like hours of it.
We did?
Yeah.
Went out to lunch after the Resist Marxism event to figure out, where you were. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a great time.
I was a couple blocks away when I saw the first picture of you showing up down here, and I decided, you know what, I'll throw on my shoes, I'll walk all the way over. And I'm here every day, but like I was, getting lunch, and then, Joey's here.
Yeah.
So are you here to start some fun, or are you actually just learning?
I'm here to learn.
Yeah?
They came over from the East Coast. They came down to preach, and so I said I'd come with them and check it out. Yeah.
I mean, I heard your wonderful comments about Antifa there,
I don't think all these people should take the blame for what Antifa does to a couple people, is what I'm saying. Right? I think you should paint a whole group of people bad because of the actions of a couple people.
So do you support what's going on here?
I don't necessarily support it. I think this is your city, not your city.
No, of course not.
If it stays peaceful, they can do what they want with it. If the people don't want it in Seattle, then they got to get rid of it, but it's their problem.
So are you here asking people to come down to remove this? Are you going to be here during the invasion on the 4th?
I don't think it's going to be an invasion. I'm talking to them. They understand that there's nothing to take down. There's no barricades, there's nothing to do.
I mean, I am too,
Yeah. I want to make sure that I'm here, yeah. Hey, how's it going, man? Good, dude.
Interesting.
But there's nothing, the thing that people don't understand right now is there's nothing to take down right now. there's nothing to invade. You see what I'm saying? That's
I
like,
do. You can walk
Yeah.
right by the barriers. You don't have
I walked
to.
in through. I'm the probably one of the most hated people here, and I'm walking around.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen anyone throw a punch at you or give you any shit yet, which kind of surprised me. You being you.
Yeah.
Well, those last few statements you made about no longer doing any nonviolent resistance kind of, you know, set it up.
I think I should have a right to defend myself.
Absolutely.
I've been taking beatings for so long, and now people get mad at me that I say I'm going to defend myself. That's weird.
Well, that's not the wording you used. You could have worded it a little better.
I said I'm no longer going to practice nonviolent resistance. The practice of nonviolent resistance means taking a beating and not protecting yourself, right? Like what Martin Luther King did, right?
Yeah.
I said I'm not going to do that anymore because that's where the country's going. Now, I'm not going to come in here. I don't come into cities with large groups of people. I come in by myself. What do you want, right?
You definitely didn't bring any of your friends with you, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, I mean, you also came on a Monday morning where it's raining, so it's his new friend.
Well, you're making friends in the chop. So by the end of this, Joey's going to be acclimated to the chop. He's going to get a tent. He's going to move in. He's going to join
in my own
Antifa.
constitutional autonomous zone.
He's going to be a progressive ideologue and raise up the conquistadors, as Tucker Carlson said.
You think Tucker's going to get kicked off of Fox News?
No.
I mean, if they keep taking, you know, advertisers like Disney away from him, Fox won't have a financial reason to keep him.
Yeah.
So I hope so, because he's a piece of shit.
Why is he a piece of shit?
He's literally paid to lie, and he's actually really good at the lying to his specific base.
Did you
He's
see
never
all that
said a word of truth in
disinformation
his
that he said about this place? That's the conquistador line.
all
He
the-
said that guy you talked to, Raz, was a conquistador and a warlord.
Yeah.
No, he said himself.
He actually used the word warlord.
He calls himself a warlord.
No, he did that in a music video, which is an act. I'm sorry, but music videos are an act.
He can't get mad at people for calling him what he calls himself.
And Al Pacino called a big machine gun his little friend. Like, do you think he carries one around calling it his little friend anymore? No, that was a movie. Guy calls himself a warlord in a video. It's a music video. It's not real life. Like, people, I mean, Tucker's just misstating the truth on purpose.
Tupac.
Anyhow, Tucker Carlson's report wasn't just about Raz. It was about the entire situation here, and the whole thing was a disinformation piece, which is what makes Tucker Carlson a piece of shit. You said it when we first bumped into each other there, that all the disinformation here gave you a different impression of what this was.
Exactly, that's why I came down here. It doesn't help when people with American flag are being chased out. Okay? It doesn't help what happened with the preacher. I know the preacher, I understand the preacher wasn't.
There's like 10,000 people here, though. I mean, so you're talking about one incident or two incidents?
I don't judge people because I get judged all the time for what other people do around me, right? So I'm smart enough to understand that. That's why I'm down here. Okay? What you have to understand is that, like, for example, when someone on the right does something really bad or someone says a racist remark, everyone demands everybody to disavow, right? But then someone does something here that's bad and not work. Not work.
It's just, I mean, everyone in Portland, the Pacific Northwest, feels like you instigate stuff, and then Tiny comes in and beats people's heads in.
I'm talking about here, okay?
All right,
Plus,
well,
I don't go into cities anymore for that reason, okay? But that's the whole different thing. We're not talking about me. What I'm talking about is
For sure you're not traveling because all the interstate stuff that Tiny faced?
and Tiny was out in Portland the other night.
I count myself lucky that when he threw that punch standing about this close from me, he missed, because I know I would have gone down. That dude's huge and violent. And you brought him to Rhode Island, and
No, I
you just
didn't.
unloaded on us.
I didn't bring
Well,
him.
Samson and those guys probably did,
Samson
but
also brought you at the same time, and you came out from the same coast
I came on
together.
my own accord.
at any rate, you roll with Tiny. I mean, there's no doubt about that, right?
I love Tiny.
He loves
You guys
violent
roll
people.
with violent people too, don't you?
I don't think so. Me and Greg are pretty much sitting behind the scenes. Do we roll with?
Too?
You're probably so tribal. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, you do that. Like, it's a problem. Hate, for example, is not a right thing or a left thing. Okay? I've made mistakes, but I'm not used to point fingers and blame and all that, man. And I can point a lot of fingers. But what's the point? Like, okay, the anger,
So you're
you have
literally
the
not
anger.
here casing the joint. You're literally not here to start shit. You're here. You're saying to gather information on the place, to kind of clear up some of the misinformation, and you're actually going to do that?
I've been saying it before I came down here. I'm like, I want my own autonomous zone.
I mean, Nashville did it. You know,
Huh?
Nashville did it. Go take over somewhere else.
I don't want an autonomous zone in Seattle. I
Is that a jab at Seattle?
No.
While you're standing in
Seattle,
chalk?
Seattle wants what Seattle wants.
Okay.
So I can't. I want something that I want to go. I mean, that's why I've been trying to build sanctuary counties for the Second Amendment, the Constitution, right? Where it's a sanctuary zone where the Constitution is the law of the land. That's what it's supposed to be, right? The Constitution is the room. But we keep bowing down to the federal government and the state government that destroy the Constitution every single day, right? And so I understand the concept of the Constitution.
Okay.
And my concern is not about you. It's sure as hell not about Antifa. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. My concern is about the government. That's why I've been doing tons of rallies on the lockdown. The government came in and said some of us are essential and some of us are not. That makes me angry. Isn't that not fascism?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the
my
Republicans
concern-
in power are definitely fascists.
I think all the establishment are fascists.
I 100% agree. I just wanted to hear if you would absolutely agree that the Republicans are fascists.
You're not my enemy. I can hear the anger in your voice, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I respect that. But I don't care about you and what you're doing, or Antifa,
Yeah.
or whatever. Okay, I don't care about that. My concern is the government. That's it. And I also don't want a huge. I honestly don't want a clash here. I don't.
So do you support then what CHOP is here doing? Their demands, their defund the police, with a lot of caveats about where that money goes.
I'll tell you why I support it. Because if they want it, they need to get it, and then they can see what it's like. But you cannot defund the police without learning. You need to have a Second Amendment. So if they want to defund
So
the
your
police,
version of it is they defund the police, they put the money into social work and all the other things, and then everyone just arms themselves?
what I'm saying is, as people who follow me, the Patriot side, why don't we let Seattle do what they want to Seattle and see what happens? Why don't we let Portland do what they want to do in Portland and see what happens? That's the only way to learn.
Okay.
One of two things will happen, right? Either they will succeed, which I don't think will happen, but I'm not hoping for it, which is good, or they will completely fail and everyone will learn. You can't
So have you seen the progress that they've made here, like getting the firehouse back that they wanted, and all the work they've done with the city council and with the fire chief and everyone over the last few days? Like Amari's down there filming his morning show right now, and yesterday morning he was in a meeting with some of the security people from here, some of the people working on the General Assembly here, the working groups, stuff like that. And the fire chief and one of the city planners and a city councilman, and they were all talking about, and this was second meeting. First meeting was here are our demands. This meeting they were actually talking about real change based on those demands. Paragraphs that city council and them had come up with that might meet some of that work and turn into actual city council work. I think it's working.
Time will tell. But I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care what you guys do.
Okay.
I just want it to stay peaceful. That's it.
Okay.
If Seattle wants to do whatever they want to do, then let them do it. I'll just take my popcorn and watch.
Okay.
Does that seem fair?
So that would kind of lead us to the next question. I mean, you know that you're like a powder keg, just you walking around. There's no one here at the moment. Are you? No, I get it. I know. Just hear me out. Hear me out. But going into my feed has already got people saying shit that you guessed that they're saying. I'm just saying, are you planning here to stay into the night? Like, are you going to allow that situation to get out of control, or are you going to go to your hotel?
Number one, I don't have a hotel.
Or wherever you're staying, bed and breakfast, friend's house, the van by the river.
Listen, if things happen, I'll leave. I don't care.
You're gonna hang out all day though? Talk to people, walk around, and
As long as it's not wrong. People start acting weird. I have no desire to stay here. But I've talked to so many people, and I've learned a lot of things. I've been able to show people different perspectives, and I think that's what it's about. We don't have to agree with each other. And I don't know if you know this, but I do this a lot now. I go to different areas by myself. If I go into an area with a large crowd, I can't control the crowd. Right?
yeah.
So I have learned a lot, and I've learned.
Well, I was there with you in Rhode Island when no one could control the crowd, and everyone went at everyone, and it got violent.
And I didn't do that. I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm saying I even walked around by myself that day. I walked around and talked to tons of people. I sat down with you and had a great conversation. Right?
Yeah, that was a mistake for us, though. Like, someone reached out to this guy over here, inviting him to come out to lunch with all the people who had organized the event, just to talk about how it went at the end.
Sure.
And they didn't know I was in the car with him at the time, and he didn't say anything. And then we show up. When I get out of the
Was
car,
it a bad thing that we sat down?
when
and
I got
talked?
out of the car, Brandon Navom and a few of the others rushed over to the car, like, what the fuck is he doing here? And pushed me up against the car.
That's not cool. I would never do that.
I'm just saying, I wasn't initially welcomed there until I said I would leave my phone in the car, and then they were like, fine. I'm just saying, that was literally the only thing that got them to, I mean, I don't claim to be anything other than I'm a thin little dude. There were like 10 guys twice my size there.
Okay.
Like, and they were intimidating.
For what they did to you, or what do you want me to do? Because I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Okay? I'm sorry that they did that to you. But
all I know of you is from those events and the words that I've heard you say about not being non-violent anymore.
That's my right to defend myself.
So you won't
Have you
start
ever,
it.
hold on, have you, of course, that's why I'm not going to come in and talk to these people. Have you ever taken a beating with your hands up?
With my hands just in the air?
Yes.
No.
So you don't understand what it's like.
I've taken a beating. I just haven't done it with my hands in the air. I've defended myself.
I'm talking about purposely taking a beating with your hands up. I have. And I've done it, and I've proved my point. And so for me to say, listen, I'm not going to do that anymore, and I will defend myself, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a God-given right to be able to defend yourself. And so people take everything, they want to twist it like, oh, he's got violent. No, I've never been violent. I don't like violence. I really don't at all. I don't.
So my big question for that right there is then why do you hang out with violent people like Tiny, who has definitely gotten charged in multiple states for it?
I'll hang out with anybody.
Right.
I'll hang out with you.
It's the association thing. If you're not violent,
what other people do.
if you're not violent, why do you hang out with all the violent people?
First of all, Tiny's a really good guy. If you get to know him, he's 22 years old. He's very young. A lot of us like to fight. Okay, back in the day. All right, he's very young. He's a very good guy. If you knew his heart, you would love him too. Okay. Now, on top of that,
That's a hard one to believe. Gotta say.
I think you would. But here's my point though: is that I'll hang out with anybody. Now, I don't want to spend a majority of my time with like a meth head, but I will pray with the meth head and I will love on him, right? I don't care about, people are so obsessed with associations. I'm not. That's why people blame me for everything everyone else does. Blame me for everything everyone else does, okay? People blame me for my own actions, that's fine. But listen,
Okay.
that's why I can't be in big crowds.
That's why you're traveling alone now.
But you're
I've been doing it for a long time now.
but so your associations isn't just the problem. It's that you lead certain people into certain events and they're violent people, like Tiny in Providence. He beat the shit out of everyone, and then it's a suspicious. Well, you are certainly an associate of him, and you are a spiritual, philosophical leader who certainly rolls in the same circles. You instigate. He comes in, and he's the wrecking crew.
Like on the East Coast, you're saying? Because that's not what happened at all.
That's what it looked like to me.
How did I instigate?
Because you were yelling, with the crowd, trying to incite them.
You didn't see it then.
Okay, so you weren't there at the time that Tiny started punching. You were back in the parking lot. No, I know exactly because
I was on the outside. I was too busy getting assaulted by people pouring milk on me, which is an assault, but pouring milk on me because I'm a Christian. I didn't even witness all that violence going on.
I understand. You were at the parking lot. No.
If you want to bring up that specific.
No. Okay. You were yelling before, and when the fighting,
I got something to do.
you are correct. At the time that Tiny started punching, you are back towards the parking lot. I will grant you that.
Listen, everyone was being violent. You can't pick sides. You can't be tribal. You can't act like one side's better than the other. It's human nature.
All I saw on that day is Tiny's fists were flying for absolutely no reason, and it's you wrote. You're so.
So, but what about all the other times people get their ass beat by the left? Even Trump rallies, or carrying American flags, or getting hit with the bike law.
Okay, if you want to talk about symbols, how about the Nazi bolts on John Camden's neck? You're talking about flags. Flags are symbols. This is a symbol on your hat.
Did you get beat up for carrying American flag?
Dude, I'm talking about these people that you associate with. The Proud Boys have all kinds of Nazi tattoos on them. Okay, but you rolled with them for how long?
The leader is a black Cuban.
Yeah? And?
So
what's the problem?
I don't know. I really don't care about talking about the Proud Boys right now.
Okay, so you quit?
About something else?
I don't know. It's just so that.
I don't care what the Proud Boys do. That's their issue.
All right, so over there I see a sign that says capitalism is looting. Are you behind the anti-capitalist sentiments that are here?
No, I don't support that. I believe in freedom. So we don't have a true capitalist country though. We don't. These big corporations own our government, and they're running everything, right? So they're holding down small business. Small business is true capitalism, not these giant corporations. If we had less taxes and less regulations, these big corporations wouldn't be running everything.
All right.
know what I'm saying?
Well, I got to catch up with Craig. Be peaceful. I will be peaceful. All right. Bunch of bullshit.